What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another discussion video. I wanted to talk this time about the last batch of manga characters because we, as you guys know, we've already gotten the first 3 batches, which were obviously the ones we have now, from Toshiro all the way to Ichigo now, and we all expected Ichigo to be on the last batch. Everybody thought, oh, obviously they're gonna put him out in the last batch because he's the main character and he's the one everybody's been waiting for. Well, we didn't. We got him in batch 2, and we still have one last batch that's gonna have 4 characters to even out, to make it 14 characters that they said we were gonna get. Either that, or they'll split it into 2 characters, but I doubt they'll do that. I think it's gonna be 4, a batch of 4. And the reason I think they put Ichigo first is because we do still have movie Ichigo, and it'd be really weird to have manga Ichigo and then movie Ichigo right like the next month, the next banner, or whenever it's gonna be. So that's the reason I think they did it. But nevertheless, he's out now, and I kind of wanted to talk about who is left that can possibly be in the last manga batch. I think that Aizen, Kisuke, and Yoroichi are a given. I think that's gonna be it. I think that's, without a doubt, we're gonna get those 3, but this still leaves with 1. Now I'm gonna go through some options here, and I might even take one of the 3 that I think is gonna be out to replace it with another one because of potentially other situations that may arise. And I'm going to try to go through all that here in the next 10 minutes or so. I don't know how long this is going to take. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that, and hopefully you enjoy. Let's get started. Okay, so now, first off with Yoroichi, Kisuke, and Aizen. I think Yoroichi and Kisuke are a given. I think we're going to get these characters. If you did not watch my... I made a top 10 community choice, what the community wanted to see in the manga characters. Right after they announced that Byakuya, Sajin, Shunsui, and Toshiro are going to be the first 4, I did a top 10 of what the people were looking for. What were people looking forward to? And I believe it was Kisuke got 3, Yoroichi got 2, and Aizen got number 1. Now the reason... That's why I'm thinking it's going to be those 3. But the reason I think it may be Yoroichi and Kisuke and maybe other 2 is because I think we're not just gonna get one. I don't think we're just gonna get 14 characters. I think they're gonna continue afterwards, but I'll go into that a little bit later. So I think these 3 are gonna be a given. If it was just the 14 and we're done for sure 14, I think they're actually gonna do Yoroichi, Kisuke, Aizen, and Yama. I actually do think they're gonna make another Yama. If they would have been out this time around, then I would have said maybe not. Because if it was going to be batch 3 where it's going to be those 4, then I would have left out Yama because we just had another Yama. But since they didn't do that and we still have Bankai Yama left to be able to do, I think there's a chance we're going to get Bankai Yama in the 4th one because enough time will pass. They said that the next Bankai livestream will be on June, it's July 21st, I think is when they said. July 21st is when they said they were going to do the next Bankai livestream. And so that would put the next batch of characters in probably step up. So like maybe like at the end of July. So that's another 4 months. So 4 months between Yama's not that bad. They sometimes do 4 months between same characters. So it's not that bad. Like you saw, we had Yoroichi in the Halloween banner, and then Yoroichi again in the Valentine's banner. That's about 4 months apart. So it's actually possible we may end up with a Bankai Yama, and it's possible that we may have him be an SP character, whereas the other one was a Nad Flurry character. This one might be an SP character, so we can't rule that out. It's definitely possible. Now, let's say that we don't. Let's say that we don't get Yama. Let's say instead we get, and there's a reason I have Ichigo here, I'll go through that as well. Let's say we get the King of the Quincy's here. I hate pronouncing his name, but Yuhabak, I don't care what you call him. Let's say we get him. It's entirely possible. People are speculating that we're going to get another batch after this of being Quincy's. I'm thinking they're probably right. We might get another batch and there's going to be like maybe 10 Quincy's, and they'll do something with that. Maybe 2 batches of 2 and 1 batch of 4, and he might be in it. I don't know. It's possible that we just get him as number 14 and he'll be no affiliation. That way they don't feel inclined to have to make an affiliation just for Quincy's. Or that he might be human because they technically are human. So it's possible we get Aizen, Watch, or whatever you call him, and then Kisuke and Yoroichi. But like I said, I still think it's going to be Kisuke and Yoroichi. Okay, so let's think about this. I kind of brushed past this. People are thinking there's going to be another batch of Quincy's after the batch of Soul Reapers. And it's possible. It's possible we'll get him and many others. So if that was the case, then I'm thinking we're actually going to, if we're going to get another second thing of manga, I think Yoroichi Kisuke, the last time I'll mention them for this because I think it's possible that's where, well, yeah. It'll be Yoroichi Kisuke, Mayuri, and Nemu. Because they're the ones we haven't seen, and also I guess in the now we haven't seen either, so it's possible they might do that. But the reason I think they would do that is because they're kind of like the science-y part, with the exception of Yoroichi, but you can't get Yoroichi without getting Kisuke. So I think it's possible they may do those four, and then include Uryu and Yuhabak, or Yacha, whatever you call him, Quincy Boss Man, that's his new name. And they might include them in the Quincy batches if they decide to do that again. In which case, they might even do Bankai Ichigo, which, you know, he's only there for about half split second until his Bankai snaps. But Lunar Ichigo was also only there for a half a second, and they made a character out of him. So it's possible they'll do a character out of this guy, and then because he does end up fighting with his Bankai a little bit later when he gets it repaired, but you know, he doesn't really show it off. So it's still possible we might get it, and it's possible that might be the melee character you guys want, or the non-range character you guys want, and maybe that's the SP character. Who knows? That'll probably be down the line. We did just get guild, so the game is in my opinion, nowhere near ending. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's possible. So that's if that happens. Now, I think the most likely thing is still that we only get to 14. I don't wanna overhype anything too much. It's also possible that we don't get Mayuri, we don't get Nemu, and we get like this instead. You're serving me well. And then we don't get the King of the Quincy's, although I think we will end up getting him sooner or later. But I think this is also possible. I think they might just give us another Ryu. I think that would be a terrible idea. I know a lot of people like Ryu, and I don't mind Ryu either. But since he didn't really show off anything too special, his power is like the to be able to switch. Basically, if he's injured and the other guy isn't, he switches their health. I guess he is not injured, and then the other person is. I guess you can make that a heal move, a healing special, but it's nothing really too spectacular. You don't really see anything too crazy with him. Aizen you can, just because Aizen you didn't see him do too many crazy different things than you've already seen. You did see Haro 99, which is probably going to be a special, but then again, you never really saw Aizen do anything. The only time you ever saw him do stuff in the game is when he was fused with a Hogyoku. And I guess we do have a 1.5, I guess, 5-star Aizens with that are not fused Aizen. We have the Frenzy Aizen and the regular OG Aizen, but he doesn't really do anything. So I think it's possible that we may get this Aizen, and he might have just a set of spiritual pressure based moves, and then the Lightning Dragon for his final ability. But I do think we're gonna get Aizen. And I'm actually really excited for it. If we don't get Aizen on the last 4, I think it's almost guaranteed that we're gonna get more, because they're missing Yama, which they're spacing him out. They're missing a Mayuri, which they're probably also spacing out. Nemu and what's her name with the Nanao. Nanao kind of just like shines a sword at a guy and he slices him, but you know, nothing really too crazy. I think these two are a given. It's gonna be exciting. If you don't know, these were the two that I was waiting for in batch 3, and I'm actually disappointed we didn't get them. I'm glad that we got the ones that we got, but I was really looking forward to these two. Oh well. But Uryu I don't think we'll get. I think this is going to be the batch 4. I think you can substitute Yama for any of the characters with the exception of Ichigo and Nemu. But I think if you substitute him out with any of the other characters, I think it's also a viable option. But with only 4 left, assuming we don't get any more, I think this is it. Yeah, I think we are going to get another Yama. I think people were really excited for Bankai Yama. If you saw the video that I'm talking about, where it's top 10 most anticipated characters, I think it's also, he was also on there, so I think that's a possibility. Now let's talk about the Quincy's real quick, because I did have some in here. Where is Ryu? Oh, there you Okay, let's talk about the Quincy's real quick, because I do think there's going to be another batch of Quincy's, and we have quite a few to choose from. I'm going to pick out here just the ones that I think are a possibility. I already got all the Quincy's out here except for Bambi, but I'll get her last. People like the Fear Guy, Asknod, or however you pronounce his name. It's going to be really funny to see people try it. And let's throw these guys in there too. I know they're not technically Quincy's, well, at all Quincy's. I know they're Soul Reapers, but we still didn't see them, and it's possible we'll get them again in batch 2. It's also possible, or in the second, if they do another one, it's also possible that we get more Soul Reapers and stuff, because there are some stuff. In fact, let's bring out all the ones that I think they can still make. Basby for sure. You can't do anything without Basby, because what the? I copied them all. Crap. Alright, let's start from the beginning. Alright, so this to this, and then you. I don't think we'll get him. If we get him, I don't think we'll get him. We got him, these three, Mask, Zombie Chick. This guy is number 2, Bambi, you. Got him, Rukio, we're already getting. This guy people really like. Candice, I really like. This guy, Mayuri, and there's a reason I'm putting Soul Reapers in here, and I'll go through it in just a bit. Okay. Alright. So this guy, these are the other characters that we haven't seen yet that I think are still very viable characters that we can totally still get. And I think it's possible we'll get maybe another, especially if they don't put Aizen in there. I think it's possible we might get another batch of Quincy's, and then another batch of Soul Reapers. Maybe not as many as the first time, but it's entirely possible. Because just out of the Quincy ones, and I'll go one by one here. We have Candice, who I think it's possible we won't get her, but I really like her because I like lightning-based attacks. I don't remember this guy. It's the guy everybody likes, but I don't know why. I think it's because he has a hoodie and people like hoodies. We'll go through each of these. I don't want to take too much time here. But Basby for sure. Soifon. I know some of these aren't Quincy's. Just bear with me. I'll explain it. Actually, I already did explain why I thought they were going to be in there, because I think it's possible we get another one, but I just want to see what other Soul Reapers we don't have that I think is still possible. So let's do that real quick. I think if they would have done this, though, I think it would have been a smarter move to not do the Quincy's. I mean, to do the Quincy's while they did the Soul Reapers, but we'll see what happens. Oh, wow, there's way too many. Alright, let's just go off of the ones we have right now, shall we? Just out of these guys, Candice I like, but I don't think it's going to be possible because there's too many of them to put Candice in there, and I like lightning-based moves, but I think she would not be a, I don't think they would put her 5-star. Misaki and Ryu Ken. Misaki, Ryu Ken, and Uryu are kind of interesting because they are the ones that are kind of human, kind of on the Soul Reaper side. And I think it's possible we might get them again. We do see Ryuken and Ishin. Yeah, Ryuken and Ishin come out. Probably should cover this up. Ryuken and Ishin come out in the past version, which it's possible we'll get them past. But we also saw them come up in when they fought the Quincy's. They didn't really do anything. They just kind of showed up, and Ryuken gave Uryu an arrow. He's like, "Here, use this." But nothing really became of it. So I think it's possible we may get past versions of them, but I don't think we'll get the past versions of them in a fully Quincy banner. I think the full Quincy banner will just be the bad guys. It's possible we get Uryu because he kind of pretends to be bad, spoiler, but we'll leave him up here just in case. Oops. Now, just on the basis of Quincy's. Gosh, this guy's driving me crazy. Just on Quincy's. I kind of wanted to put some Soul Reapers on there because there are some Soul Reapers that we didn't see that I would have liked to see. Yeah, we don't have voice actors. Let's just pretend the whole voice actor theory, the whole voice actor reasoning's off the table. Who cares? They can just hire people. It's not that hard. But we still have all these Soul Reapers that never got used. Assuming we don't get assuming we do get Aizen and we get Yama or whatever, we still have Nanao and Nemu and Mayuri and all those people who didn't get used, including the Zero Division, which are these. I'm deleting them as we speak. This guy right here, that's 5 of them right there. Is it 5 or 6? It's a lot of them. It doesn't matter. That's 5. I'm pretty sure there's 5 of them. So it's 5 of the Zero Division. Soifun, who is full Shunko, which we still haven't seen. Just a full straight up Shunko version of Soifun or Yoroichi. Rose is Bankai, so that's, what is that? 5, 6, 7. Ishin, which we already, that's 8. This guy, Kensei, 9, which he is Captain of Squad 9. So there's quite a few characters we still haven't seen yet. So they can totally do another batch of manga characters. It's just Soul Reapers. And then just keep it going. But out of the Quincy, we have these. Now, these are the ones that I do think we're going to end up getting. It's totally possible. And I think if it happens, you know, if we do end up getting another round of manga characters, which I think is very likely, I think this is what we're going to see. This guy you can kind of take out, and so can this guy and you. But these right here are kind of important to the story. Some of the other ones I deleted are kind of important to the story as well, especially the guy that turns into a giant because he fought like 4 of the captains, and still wasn't able to. They weren't still able to beat him. I know he died at the end, but they weren't the ones who beat him. But yeah, here are the Quincy's that are possible. They're also very difficult to do, just because their powers are so weird. I think it's possible to create this guy. He's just gonna have to be ranged. Special can be the giant chicken, but other than that, it's just range, which is, you know, very likely. This guy, the guy with the fear, Asnot, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but you can give him Senbon Sakura and you'd probably be fine. He does have his own moves, and you probably see them in his thing, but you probably give him Senbon Sakura and probably get away with it. It'd be pretty cool. Grammy, that's his name. It took me so long. Grammy is one of those who would be really, really difficult to do. I know he whips out a whole bunch of different things because of his imagination, but sometimes when you have your entire imagination as a weapon or as a thing to build, you're kind of limited. It's weird. It's limited by your own imagination in not the exact way it's supposed to be, because even though you are able to create anything, that just makes it difficult. It makes it difficult to give this guy moves when he can literally do anything because it's just weird. So even though I do still think we'll get him because people really like Grammy, I think it will just be really difficult to create moves for him. Okay, Parinita, I think is his name. Out of all the characters, this guy would be the hardest to make because he's a hand. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a hand. So yeah, it'll be tough. That's all I got. These guys I feel like would be the easiest. Bambi blows stuff up. This guy has a giant sword, I think. Bazby is fire. Uryu is Uryu, and actually he would be pretty difficult to do as well, considering it doesn't ever do anything. You don't see his bow. You do see his sword, but I think it's still possible. Anyway, that's it. This video's running kind of long. I do think it's possible we may see him in the last 4, but I think more than likely it's just gonna be this 4. I think these are gonna be the 4 that we see, especially the first 3, but who knows. That's it for this video. I wanted to make it for a while because I just kind of wanted to look. I wanted to see what was there, you know? What are the options? But that's all I got. And who knows, I may make an updated video if I see updates of comments of people that I forgot, because I know the first time I made this video back in the day, I forgot a few people. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.